And now, coming to you live from the tri-state area and San Francisco, California, it's the best part of Wednesday, Waffle Box, with your hosts, Mike Fish and Kush Hayes.
Welcome to Waffle Box, a podcast where we talk about anything, everything, and nothing all at the same time. Coming up on episode 52, move aside, Amber Heard and Johnny Depp. We got a new celebrity couple, want your spot in the courtroom. Plus, we have a proper fishy world record coming up. Chippendale movie review, and so much more. I am Mike Fish, and I am joined, as always, by the main man in San Fran. It's Mr. Kush Hayes. Kush, how you doing, buddy?
What's good, Mike Fish? I'm just here on my day off, man, from the NBA Finals, and we are loving life, dude. The Warriors have currently tied up everything. That means we have work at Game 5 coming up on the 13th. That's a Monday, and looking forward to it, dude. It's, work is, I got a good crew. Everyone's the best at what they do, and we're just trying to, shine.
Love that. Also, episode 52. Holy cannoli. That means officially, even though I think it might be technically last week, we have officially been waffle boxing for a full year. Happy anniversary, buddy.
52 hours of Mike and Kush all up in your eardrum, man. Happy anniversary, buddy.
Happy anniversary. Cheers. Clink. But yes, if you are new to the show or an avid listener, thanks for tuning in. Obviously, if you are new, don't forget to hit the follow and subscribe buttons wherever you are taking in this beautiful content. We're going to start off the show with a little bit of, I had like a little bit of complaining, but then I had like a brainwave of something, right? Where I could change the world for the better, right? So I was driving to my local grocery store. And just in the literally 5 minutes, let's say 5 to 10 minutes, it takes me to drive there, I must have encountered at least 4 horrific drivers who was trying to make my day horrific. And it kind of got me to thinking, should there, because I know it's all state by state and country by country of how they do different things. But could they introduce like a common sense test before you get your driver's license? So it's like so technically you know how to drive, but turns out you're a moron. No driver's license for you.
It's very abstract. I mean, it's very abstract. I don't know how they would even scale for that, but I absolutely hear what you're saying. And since you did bring it up and have had such a unique, like I bump into someone stupid every day on the road, but it's usually never more than 4 or, maybe two tops. But what is driving like compared to the UK? What's driving like out here in New Jersey for you compared to back home in the United Kingdom?
I feel like I have to drive with one hand like on the honker. Like you just always have to just assume that someone's going to pull out without looking, or someone's going to be like, that stop sign's not for me. And they're just going to keep trucking on through and you're going to have to dodge out of someone's way. It's horrific. I hate it. But it's New Jersey. So, if you want to go somewhere, you have to walk or pay for Ubers and shit like that. I guess you could take a bus, but no one's going to take a bus. No, especially not to the grocery store. That'd be horrific.
You just have problems with you can't go to the grocery store by the bus. That's a car ride.
Yeah. Right. But then another thing got me thinking. So obviously you're familiar with the Marvel Cinematic Universe. I'm assuming
I've heard of it.
This is.
I might have seen 1 or 2 films.
It then got me to thinking, Thanos, was he barking up the wrong tree, or did he just implement his idea badly? Because could we lose half the population? If there was, again, another like a standardized test, would we really suffer if we lost half the population because they're all idiots?
Well,
I mean, you can't randomize it because then civilization would be terrible. But there's some oxygen thieves out there that we wouldn't miss.
It's safe to say that we're officially out of the pandemic because we're talking about Thanos wiping out half of the population in the universe again. Because when it was just half a percent of the population is currently dying, everyone was all up in arms, and Mike Fish even made comments about wear your mask or don't wear your mask, but now we're back to let's talk about killing off half the population.
Well,
again.
The thing, because with a pandemic, I mean, obviously, you can't. There are things you can do to stop yourself from getting sick, but generally, you could be at the wrong place at the wrong time. It's random. It's random. But if there was only the idiots are gonna die, are people really going to be upset?
Yeah, but that's the thing about Thanos. Even when he was psychotic and talking about murdering half of the population, it was just random.
Exactly.
You could
That's
still
where
be
he
the
went
smartest
wrong.
person and die. You could be the dumbest person and survive.
That's where he went wrong.
That's where he went wrong. That wasn't his
good idea.
His choice though.
Implemented badly. Because apparently you can be selective. Because apparently when Iron Man snapped his fingers, only the bad people vanished. Did you notice that?
Okay.
Okay. So was it? Maybe he made the choice for it to be random, but he could have, just before he snapped, only idiots, and all the idiots are gone.
Okay. You're gonna have to heavily define, in detail, where idiots come from, because
I don't have to test
Tuesday.
Because I'm. By all I know, I could be in that half, but that'd suck. But hey, I fell below the curve. It is what it is.
Well, are you not the one performing this? You're definitely getting snapped then if you're not the dude making the snap, because that dude's immune. You're the one making the snap. If you're just letting Thanos do this, dude, you're definitely dead because you gave away that privilege. So
unless imagine.
So next week, Waffle Box minus Mike Fish. That's going to be or maybe both of us don't show up to work that day. It's
just an hour of silence.
An hour of silence. Just these two boxes. I don't know who set it up, but it's not producer Frank over here. It's
But wouldn't that be hilarious? If you're the one doing the snapping, and then you go, right, only the idiots, and then suddenly it's just a glove. And you're gone. It's I bet that didn't go how he thought it was going to go. It's awkward.
I do think, though, it would be funny now if we just post a video next week of an hour of just your room and my backdrop. And
it's that weird,
episode
smoke.
53, Thanos got it wrong. Or right? Question mark?
That smoke effect of when they vanish.
I mean, you can do that for 10 seconds, but then there's another 59 minutes and 40 seconds to fill.
Well,
anyway,
if you all enjoyed it, this might be the last episode. Who knows? If it all goes wrong.
If Mike has it his way, it will be. Jesus.
Speaking of things going wrong, Amber heard it through the grapevine. Yeah, I know. I didn't but that's going to be the title of the podcast. Amber Heard and Johnny Depp wrapped up their lawsuit for defamation, which is totally boring because he said mean things about me. Well, she said mean things about me. It turns out that Amber Heard is now $13 million. That's got to be embarrassing when you counter-sue someone for $100 million and you end up getting $2. But then you end up owing them $15 million. It's like, that's got to sting.
Someone effed up somewhere there. Yeah, she not a good legal team, or maybe just a bad idea to take Johnny Depp to court in the first place, or vice versa. But
it's pretty close to tax day as well. So imagine she had to pay owe taxes and then this happens. It's like a double whammy. Oh, T's and P's. But anyway. Move aside, new celebrity couple entering the courtroom. Hopefully, Judge Judy can help us out. Brad Pitt.
So one party in this case is wishing Judge Judy was there because He would just charm the robe right off of her, and she was like, "Okay, case dismissed."
Oh, Brad.
It'd be the nicest she ever was too.
Brad Pitt, Angelina Jolie. Haven't heard of them for a while. But now they are. Well, Brad Pitt is suing Angelina Jolie because apparently they own a vineyard together in France, and she may have sold it or her half to some shady characters. To give a little bit of the information, this is from the BBC website. So he is suing his ex-wife for selling her stakes to the French vineyard they bought together in 2008. He said her decision to sell her share to a Russian oligarch, which 98% of people did not know that word existed until this year.
Yeah, that's coming up quite a few times this year.
Oligarch. It's fun to say, even though it tends to represent bad people or people that are perceived bad, shall we say. So
it sounds like a very thick stew. Hey, why don't you come out of the house for some oligarch tonight?
Oh, some fresh homemade bread. Oh,
got some fresh homemade bread for that oligarch. Yeah.
It's got some vegetables. What's the ingredients of oligarch, you reckon?
Oh, some kind of meat.
Some rare meat. So it's like Russian, right? So it's going to be like something gamey, like a bear. Bear
meat would be good, but it could also probably be a dog. Sorry for all you dog lovers out there. This is a third world country. Hey, this is where we serve up oligarch. All right, it's meat. It's a kind of meat. It's not a specific meat. It's a kind of meat. All right, so that means it could be your neighbor's pet. It could be that bear. But you gotta fucking. What's easier to kill this week, Mike? Your neighbor's pet or a bear? The honorable answer would be a bear, but no one's trying to fight a bear. That's a luck kill. That's a self-defense kill.
I've seen some videos. Russians have bears for pets, so it could be both.
Yeah, I mean, have you ever seen that video of the one UFC guy who's now retired? Oh goddamn!
What, he's training with a bear?
But when he was 8, he's wrestling a baby bear cub. But it's still a bear. But that's the life his father made him live.
Wrestle bear builds character. That's my Russian impression.
That's a good impression.
Apologies. You should have been offended, but I don't think. Can Russia get onto YouTube now? I don't know.
Yeah, their YouTube privileges have probably been suspended. Khabib Nurmagomedov. Yeah. He's I want to say he's in Kazakhstan. Yeah, I may have also butchered his name, so please don't hurt me if I did. You wrestled a bear when you were 8.
Anyway, so Brad Pitt, Angelina Jolie. We got off there. So this Russian oligarch, whose name is Yuri. They're always Yuri. They love a Yuri in Russia. Scheffler. Apparently, he's a stranger with poisonous associations and intentions. Ooh, I'm just gonna launder money through a video.
Yeah, I don't know if you want to publish that name, Mike Fish, resident of New Jersey.
Scheffler. Anyway, so apparently they agreed not to sell their stakes in the venue without the permission of the other, but she was like, "Fuck you," and she sold it to this Russian dude. From Luxembourg. He's Luxembourg-based spirit manufacturer, but he's controlled by the Russian oligarch Yuri Scheffler without his knowledge. And obviously the lawsuit now says that could lead to a hostile takeover of all that good stuff. And now then it's some shady, it's like the naughty stuff. It's like Pitt's lawyers said that under his stewardship, the business had grown into a multi-million-dollar international success story, though Jolie had contributed nothing. This is mean. But yeah,
I have a feeling that there's a law where you have to inform your partner that I would like to sell my share, and then they have to approve who that person is selling their share to. And I have a feeling Miss Jolie might not win this lawsuit.
Poor Brad Pitt, he phones up. Angie, there is no Angela here now. You work for me, funny man.
Oh no.
You
Oh, no.
you will not be so sexy when I'm finished with you.
Poor Brad Pitt. Poor
Ah.
Brad Pitt. If there's a handsome dude out there that you could ever say poor so and so, it's definitely Brad Pitt. Like,
Yeah,
you know,
I mean, he's had it hard for so long.
Let's take a little history. Like he left Jennifer Aniston, and some people like that's still so controversial. You still see stories about it in your local grocery store tabloid when you're in line. All right, they're still printing stuff about that shit 20 years later. But then he meets this
Was
fox,
Princess
Angelina
Diana
Jolie.
killed by aliens? No,
Maybe.
Wasn't.
Oh, damn. Anyway, meets Angelina Jolie. They're a good-looking couple. They get married immediately, and then he's just got the biggest grin in the world. Every photo, every video you see of them together, like he's like, "No, I married Angelina Jolie. We're in love, and everything feels good, and life is wonderful. Oh, we're gonna adopt a baby." You know, she doesn't want to ruin her figure, or maybe she can't have kids. That's you know, let's not go there. Let's not go there. They just want to have a baby. Like they adopt a kid. Everything's built on love, and life is strong. And that grin is still wide. And you know what? Then one day,
he's like, "Why have we got 15 children?"
It gets there. Like by the time he gets to child 7, a smile on Brad Pitt's face aren't there no more. He's kind of just like, she came home with 2 more kids. They're not even from the same country. I don't even know what language child number 5 says, and I can't remember child number 6's name.
He went out to get some milk. What the fuck?
I went out to get. There was 2 more kids, and I was like, "Is this number 4's friend?" And they're like, "No, that's his brother." You know, like, what? What? Every time I come home from a job, there's at least another child, but eventually there was like 15 fucking kids, and it's like it's not a matter if they can afford it or not, but like that's a lot of children. Even out of the goodness of your heart, like that's a lot of children. Like, what do you do with all that? How can you possibly give a single child's worth of proper attention to any of them in a day?
Yeah, and plus that's once you get to that number, you lose that whole, oh, I can't pick a favorite. I love them all. Out of that many, there's gonna be one that's annoying.
Surely, an asshole for sure.
Oh, number 13, he keeps giving me the
who got a little too quickly to being Angelina Jolie's 9th child.
He's supposed to be 7. He's got a beard. I don't trust him.
She adopted a midget by accident.
A little person, Kush. Little person.
They actually don't mind. Majority of them are pretty good with that. But anyways, we're not here to offend the little person community.
No, we're here to offend Russians Jolie. With my poor accent.
I'm also going to give you that slam. No. Like I'm not going to say rude things about Angelina Jolie's biology, and don't say anything bad about the Russians. They will both have us murdered. All right. Both of us.
You want some wine, little man? I get you wine.
I don't want any wine, Mr. Boris. No.
Yeah, hopefully he is. Maybe he was a witness when they go to trial, which would be fun. Hopefully it's televised, because I watched the Amber Heard Johnny Depp thing. 90% of the time, I had no idea what the fuck was going on, but it just seemed fun.
It's gathered your attention. Still, you know, did you absorb anything? Do you think you understand American law a little bit better?
No. Oh, I think it's just get a good lawyer. She did not get good lawyers. Yeah. Like her lawyers could have been preaching the truth, the gospel truth, but they just came across as like horrible people. So it's like, oh, you lost the jury there, and they did.
One of the few reports I did hear was that Amber Heard's law team was covered through insurance. And I don't know what kind of insurance that would cover, but that was apparently the word.
If you don't win, you don't pay. Maybe it was one of those.
Probably. Well, it's still coming out of insurance, so no, they're getting paid. She's just not paying anybody.
Well, there you go. So we'll keep you updated on that. Hopefully, it'll go to court, and then hopefully that will drag out 6 weeks like the other one. Yeah, and we'll lose interest pretty quickly.
I'm pulling for Brad Pitt here. I hope he's okay.
Hashtag Team Brad.
Dude, call me, dude. We'll get a drink and we'll figure this out, dude.
Come on the show.
You don't even have to come on the show, but
Well, you can,
and well, Mike, here's it's Brad Pitt, so he's gonna meet me out here, and then we're gonna take the jet over there, and you're gonna take us to your favorite your favorite goulash place, your favorite oligarch spot, and we're gonna solve this once and for all.
I bet that Brad Pitt would love nothing more than some fine Russian cuisine right now.
Ooh, yeah, you're probably right. All right, yeah, great point. We'll just get some Chinese then. That's fine.
Or Ukrainian food. Stick it to them.
I think it's too. I'm allergic to seafood. Too much seafood.
You don't like. Not even any kind of seafood. Kind of
it's not it's not a matter if I like it or not. I can't eat it. That's why it's an allergy.
Just try harder.
I could love it. Apparently, my grandfather also has a shrimp allergy. He's been dead since the 70s. In fact, I never even met the gentleman, but apparently
after we went to all you can eat fish.
This man with his shrimp allergy loved shrimp night in Iowa. By the way, that's Iowa. That's the Midwest. It's in a landlocked state. The freshest fish ain't so fresh anymore. So he would just be like, this shrimp is killing me, but I can't eat enough of it.
Oh, turns out I can.
Oh, I got a little more room, but the shrimp life.
Yeah, I've just made some more room.
Hard. It was a different time.
Shout out to
a different time.
It's Grandpa Kush.
Grandpa Hayes, rest in power.
Anyway, let's move on to your favorite segment, my favorite segment, everyone's in the whole world favorite segment. I've just stole it from Soul Scrolls. If you remember that podcast, let me know. It's now time for this week's dumbest world record of the week.
Woo!
Why?
Why? Why would I lie? Why?
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 Why? Why? Why would you want to do that?
Why
would you do that?
Indeed. Why would you do that? So we take a trip this week to Devon in the UK, I believe. Or no, actually, no, she's in Plymouth. Whatever, it doesn't matter. It's stupid. So in Plymouth in the UK, we had the world record broken for the amount of people dressed as mermaids.
Oh, wow. That's fascinating because you're off on the East Coast, and while you're still in New Jersey, in Astoria, New York, there's a mermaid parade every year, and I would have said that they had it. So, yeah, please continue.
I have to check that out. I have to Google that.
Yeah, it's in. I want to say it's in July.
Oh, coming up. Circle your calendars. So yeah, organizers got 388 people to dress as mermaid or merpeople, as apparently is the correct way of saying it. Pauline Barker, founder of the Devon and Cornwall Wild Swimming Group, said the official count at the 2022 Mermaid Challenge in Tinside Lido in Plymouth was 388, exceeding the goal of 301 set by the Guinness World Records. Participants in the Thursday record attempt were required to be dressed as fish from the waist down. Yeah, we know what a fucking mermaid is. Like, but then
this is for those who just probably don't know. There's like one or two people going like, "Wow, what is this mermaid? What is a mer person?"
But then they just obviously wanted some word count here, because with bathing suits, bikini tops, or bare chests on top. So pretty much anything. I guess a t-shirt. You can't wear a t-shirt. That's so unoriginal. You're a mermaid.
You're 100% correct, dude. This is based on word count. Just the publishment. Hey, give me 500 words on this mermaid world record, and you can't just go like some doofus in Plymouth won the world record for people dressed as mermaids. You can't.
The clue is there, like where it says participants in the Thursday record. No one gives a shit what specific day it was. Like, if it was Wednesday,
I never thought of it like that. But no, that's strong.
Paying attention to the world records on a Wednesday. It's all about Thursday records. But yeah, they had to be dressed as fish from the waist down because so that becomes a thing. So if someone is like has got 2 legs, but it's got a fish head, what is that? Is that not a mermaid, or is that something different? Fishman,
or fish lady,
mermaid, merman, fishman, fish lady.
Mm-hmm.
Is that a true distinction, or have you just made that up?
I think. I'm just gonna say I made that up.
Beautiful.
But I'm sure other people have said that before too.
Who would win in a fight? A mermaid or a fish lady?
What is the venue? Are they in a pool of water?
Ooh.
Are they in a wrestling ring? What's happening? Because both people can swim, but only one person can stand.
Let's go with the beach.
They're at the beach. Gnarlier. Are they at the beach or in the water? At the beach.
So by the water, but technically they're on the sand.
They're on the sand. Then the fish man wins because he's got legs and he just kicked the shit out of the merman who can't who only flop around. Like he might be able to I'm getting kicked by this fish half man, but yeah.
Yeah, but if the mermaid's got some good ground and pound game, sweep the legs, crawl up on top of it, punch. It's that fish head. Gouge the eye because they'll be giant at that point.
He can do that, but his success rate's only like 9% of him even achieving that. The guy can always just hop over the fucking his sweep. Like the mermaid has to officially sweep the legs. If he can't sweep the legs, it's on. Like he's just gonna get the shit kicked out of him physically.
Sit on your ass, sweep your fin around, legs go down.
That gets telegraphed, though, is what I'm saying. No, you can just you could see that coming a mile away.
But then also,
they're only opening
the other way around. So, the fish man's opening move is kick because that's all he's got. Well, I guess he could have a mean headbutt.
Fishman could just jump up and just Superman punch his way down.
No, he hasn't got.
And then just smother
There's
them.
no arms.
Right.
Fishman has no arms.
Well,
It's from the
have
waist
you ever
up.
been
Remember?
slapped with a fish? Have you ever been slapped with a fish?
Not recently.
Yeah.
No.
But you have.
No, I haven't.
Oh, okay. That's a whole other thing then. Well, if you ever do, it's going to be quite unenjoyable. It's just imagine someone just like put water all over their hands and then slapped your face. Your beard would actually protect you a little bit, but it would sting by a lot.
Yeah. I imagine. I can't. Although I've never been slapped in the face with a fish, at no point have I thought, like, if someone says to me, "Oh, being slapped around the face with a fish isn't fun," I'm not going to be like, "Really? Oh, I had the wrong idea the whole time. I thought it was kind of fun." But I'm sure there's someone out there who's got some sexual fetish for that. Who, I guess, gets some woman around. What do you want me to do?
That person exists.
Slap me with this fish. Slap me like I owe you money. Yeesh. Anyway, on that note, 388 mermaids, world record. Congratulations.
388 mermaids. Wow.
And mermen. And mer people.
Yeah,
there you go.
All of them.
Anyway. Right. Still to come. We've got a very toony second half coming up with the review of the Band Down Rescue Rangers on DP and so much more. But until then, we'll be right back after this short break. Hey, you. Yes, you. Was you thinking of having that beer? But my friend, it's only 10 a.m. Won't everyone judge you for drinking this early? Well, don't worry, we've got just the thing to help you. Your very own Waffle Box mug. And now, everyone will just think you're drinking coffee, so you can enjoy your morning beer judgment-free. Go to wafflemerch.com to get yours today. Welcome back to Warbox. Still to come. Like I said, we've got a trapdoor. We'll be deleting things from history. We're coming up to the middle of the show quiz, and we've also got Japan Down Rescue Rangers movie review coming up for you. But for now, it is now time because it's the middle of the show. It's time for the middle of the show quiz.
Middle of the show quiz.
Middle of the show quiz. This week's middle of the show.
I am the Draymond Green of the middle of the show quiz, and if I don't like what you do, Mike Fish, I'm gonna kick you in the nuts.
I don't understand that reference, but I'm sure it's great.
Your instinct serves you well.
Anyway, so this week, another play on an old favorite of older or younger or whatever it might be. This week, I'm going to list some 90s cartoons for the kiddies.
Okay.
Since we've got Chip and Dale's, not strippers. We'll get to that anyway. So I'm going to list you some cartoons, and you have to tell me which one launched first. So I'm going to give you a year of a certain cartoon character, and then I'm going to give you a name of another one, and you have to tell me whether it started before or after the previous one. Make sense?
Indeed.
Beautiful. If you get this correct, you'll hear this sound.
Ooh, I like that sound.
If you get it wrong, you don't want to hear that song.
That sound makes me feel sad.
Okay, so the first one on the docket is an old favorite of mine. Rugrats. Which first aired. Yeah. You know the Rugrats. Don't give me that.
I know the Rugrats.
I'm too cool. I don't know the Rugrats.
I didn't recognize whatever you were humming, but I know the Rugrats. A little bit. I've seen plenty of them.
Anyway, Rugrats. That first aired in 1990. First episode of Rugrats was 1990. So the next one, you have to tell me whether it launched before or after the Rugrats. So the next one is Doug. Did Doug start before or after the Rugrats? The most famous man who had only one outfit in his wardrobe.
Doug came after Rugrats.
After?
Yes.
Correct. Doug first aired in 1991. Now, next one is DuckTales. Woo! DuckTales. Did DuckTales start before or after Doug?
Before.
Correct. 1987. I was actually quite shocked when I saw that.
Wow.
1987. Next one
I didn't realize it was that early.
I know, right? It's 2 years younger than me. My gosh. The next one is the Tiny Toons Adventures. The Tiny Toons Adventures.
After 1987.
1990. So not too far after, but indeed
after. In child years, in cartoon years, it's an eternity.
It's like a generation.
Yeah, that's actually good. Yeah.
Number 4. Animaniacs. Did Animaniacs come before or after Tiny Toon Adventures?
After Tiny Toons.
Oh, you're good. 1993.
Yeah. I watched all these shows.
1993. Animaniacs come out.
Really? There was that big a gap. Okay. Fascinating. I always thought it was came out like a year, maybe 2 tops. 3. Okay.
And then the last one, good old football head himself, Hey Arnold. Did Hey Arnold come out before or after the Animaniacs in 1993?
Oh, wow. Hey Arnold's the only one of these I haven't seen, but I knew of it. It was always one of those things there's just too much content and I'm starting to age out of all of this.
It's a reference to a character from here on.
Okay. Yeah, I don't pick that up either.
Good to check
I'm
that
gonna
out.
say after, but yeah, I don't know. I'm gonna say after.
Clean sweep.
Wow.
1994. So just after Animaniacs.
There was
5-0.
literally a 50-50 chance I was gonna botch that last one. Literally 50-50. I was just guessing there. But
So
damn.
yeah, congratulations, 5-0. So I'm just gonna get this out of my
That's
system
great,
because you didn't get any wrong. There we go.
Oh.
Feel better now. Congratulations, Chris, 5-0. But now we start to get our Thanos on a little bit. We can start making a start as we delete people from history, as we take a trip down the trap door segment. As you may have predicted, this week's is a cartoon-themed trapdoor, so you can sleep well at night knowing that the person we're deleting from history isn't real.
Okay.
First round is the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. One of the
They're not going
brothers
anywhere.
has got to go. So, I know. So,
What are you doing to me, Mike? You're a monster.
do we kill
You're
Leonardo,
a terrorist.
Donatello, Raphael, or Michelangelo? Now, for those that don't know, I'm trying to think. It's like Michelangelo, he's a party. That's all. Actually, I don't remember now. Fun fact: Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles had to be changed to Teenage Mutant Hero Turtles in the UK because apparently ninjas were too violent. So, Leonardo, Donatello, Raphael, and Michelangelo. Now, for me, it's between Leonardo and Donatello. Like, I liked Raphael's angst.
Okay, a lot of
And
people
obviously
like
Michelangelo.
Raphael's angst, but he's usually the
Party
problem.
dude.
And Michelangelo is just Michelangelo. He is might be my favorite. It's a tie between. Everyone always can never say who their favorite turtle is. It's always like it's this dude, it's this dude. You just did it yourself. I'm gonna say Leonardo and Michelangelo were my favorites, but they're just so polar opposites. One is very organized and well disciplined, and the other one is just kind of a fuck off. And well, in this one, I can't decide if it's going to be
Mine was
Raphael or
Michelangelo.
Michelangelo.
His name's similar to mine. So that's where I got that from. No, it's got to be Leonardo or Donatello because Leonardo was like he had a what's the word? He had
Donatello
stick up his ass all the time.
He's a gadget man, though.
Donatello was a gadget man.
Leo's just trying to do right by Master Splinter, sir. He is looking for his father's attention and approval. But Leonardo's also he's the leader. He's the leader. All right. There's no Ninja Turtles without him. Yeah. Donatello, again, he's the brains. He comes up with all the gadgets. Raphael is the heart.
What always made me confused was Donatello was the gadget man, right? He was always coming up with the cool gadgets. And then, hey, Donatello, what's your weapon there, buddy? Stick. Oh, okay.
Staff. Yeah, it's bow staff.
A big stick.
He has the longest range weapon. He keeps in a defensive stance. Michael Fish. He I
don't know. He could have had
his enemies the furthest away.
He could have something more like he could have been like Iron Man. If he wanted to.
If he wanted to, but he's a ninja. He can't have a laser gun.
Big stick. Yeah. So what's your vote going for here? I'm still leaning towards your Leonardo.
I'm going to say Michelangelo.
What?
Just the trapdoor.
No.
Michelangelo he's the biggest wild card.
Is he though?
Nunchucks are great.
I mean, if we're talking wild cards, Raphael's a wild card.
He's always making I like jokes emotional and everything, but he never focuses on the mission. It's Michelangelo's got to go. It's definitely not Leonardo. I mean, if you want me to, I'll make a case for Raphael. but it's that.
All
It
right.
can't be
Yeah, I'm
Donatello.
not setting Michelangelo down there. So all right, let's meet in the middle here. He's a loose cannon. He lets his emotions go. Raphael.
Yeah.
So we agree on that one.
Sayonara, Raphael.
I think they'll be good as a threesome anyway.
There's a great Ninja Turtles series out there. I'm sorry, I forget which title it is or what publisher it is. It's pretty recent, within the last couple of years, where it's a Ninja Turtles story, but only one of the Ninja Turtles, 1 out of 4, has survived, but the other 3 are still talking to him because he's going through just some crazy ass PTSD. And for a few issues, you don't know which Ninja Turtle it is, but yeah, I recommend you check it out. There's probably a YouTube video of it out there if you can't find it on Comixology.
But you don't know
again,
what's
I'm
cool.
sorry, I don't have the. I'm blanking right now, player.
Well, you're going to make it very difficult then for me to look that up.
You can Google it. Ninja Turtles. One turtle.
I'm sure I'll do that.
You'll add some more words. You're fine.
Yeah, I'll work it out. All right, round 2, the trapdoor. The trapdoor has been reset, and we've now got our next 4 victims.
That was hard, man. I didn't appreciate that. Like, yeah.
Well, maybe this one will be a little bit easier for you.
All right, I hope so.
So
this for Raphael
is going to be more cartoon characters, although we've got Johnny Bravo, Dexter, Daria, or Rocco from Rocco's Modern World.
Yeah.
I'm keeping
Johnny Bravo's a lot of fun. Well, everyone on this group is expendable,
except for Johnny Bravo.
Except for
Johnny
Bravo. You know,
do you remember? Do you remember the rumor that apparently there was going to be a Johnny Bravo movie with the Rock? Like what? Like Dwayne, I love you, buddy, but
that would have been a lot of fun. I bet he could have done it. I bet that was real. I bet that wasn't a rumor. And
no, but
these things just end up falling apart.
The Rock's too cool because the charm about Johnny Bravo. If you think about it, Johnny Bravo wasn't cool. He thought he was cool.
So did The Rock.
This is cool.
Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson is super fucking cool, but The Rock in WWE was kind of a doofus, and you know he was just the cocky athlete. He was MVP before Montel Vontavious Porter. Okay, but he was just people just liked him, and then he became cooler. But he was always a doofus. The Rock actually has a terrible losing percentage. If we want to get into that, but not important. When The Rock had finally retired from being a full-time wrestler and was focusing more into acting, this is early in his acting career when this rumor that we'll just keep calling it came up.
Mid 2000s, I think. Maybe
Very
early
just post 9/11, within 3 years of that even. So it would make sense that the doofus pro wrestler played this cartoon character, because no one was taking The Rock seriously back then. Like, this would have been his greatest acting role of that time. And I bet there was a contract for it. Doom, and just a little bit before the Tooth Fairy. Like his series of family films, which is a very good strategy. FY, it doesn't matter if we liked them; those family films were a fantastic strategy. Rock knew what he was doing.
Maybe unpopular opinion, but I thought the Tooth Fairy was a better movie than people give it credit for.
It's only okay. It was a family film. Again, I'm not the.
But no, everyone was just.
I don't have
talking about how it was like the worst thing ever. It's like no, it was.
Yeah, people are stupid.
I wasn't his target demographic, but I could appreciate it was a fun little movie. Anyway,
we definitely stalled for a while. I'm getting rid of Rocco's Modern Life. Is the only one I hadn't seen.
Yeah, I'll take that one. Daria was moody, and you can definitely tell.
Daria was cool because she was a Beavis and Butthead spinoff, and it was a completely different show, and it was still entertaining.
Did you hear there's a new Beavis and Butthead movie coming out soon?
I did. I saw the trailer. Actually looks
Oh,
entertaining.
there's a trailer.
Trailer's out right now, sir. Yeah, it works. I wasn't looking forward to it when I heard about it again, but I was like, this is going to be funny. It's Mike Judge still. It's an actual movie as opposed to just.
Did I hear something? There's someone signed up for like 2 seasons of Beavis and Butthead for it to be brought back as a TV show. I'm sure I saw that somewhere.
You might have seen this somewhere. You might also be thinking about South Park. Also has like 13 Paramount Plus features they have to
that's
fulfill.
I mean, I'd have to look at, but yeah, that would make sense. That'd be as a Paramount Plus exclusive, Beavis and Butthead. I think that'd get a lot of people intrigued.
I remember seeing a press release about Beavis and Butthead is being rebooted. We probably even talked about it on Waffle Box sometime within the last 52 episodes. Honestly,
they released a mini trailer for that, if I remember correctly.
That I don't remember, but I'm hoping that is this, and we still don't have a TV series. Like a one-off movie could be fantastic. Again, it's Mike Judge. I didn't give a shit about the last time they tried to reboot Beavis and Butthead, like less than a decade ago. But they tried to make it like the TV show from the 90s. But let's just make a movie. Let's tell one singular story. You can use those guys in a narrative. It'll be fine.
I don't know why they haven't brought back the show because the best part of Beavis and Butthead was always them reacting to music videos and TV shows.
Yeah, the music videos were fun.
That could be a good, like a short thing, like a 10-minute episode each week. Almost like a Tosh.0 style Beavis and Butthead reacting to TV from the past week. That could be fun.
There's no reason that they couldn't do that. It's a great idea, Mike Fish. I was wholly
welcome Paramount Plus. Yeah. Get it done.
Please make your checks out to Waffle Box Incorporated LLC. I'm gonna make that. I'm gonna have to make that company. Otherwise, that check's gonna bounce.
Anyway,
the check won't bounce. They just won't let us cash.
Yeah, true.
We can fix all that. The shit takes a day. The shit takes a day to fix. We can still have the check written out. Anyway,
I can invest.
So long, Rocco's Modern Life. You suck a dessert.
I can invest maybe in a vineyard. I know a guy.
Okay.
Oh. Waffle Box, huh? You want to invest in my vineyard? Anyway,
I don't know if you want to get in bed with that, Mike Fish, but if you want to be Brad Pitt's partner, I bet he would take you any day over the gangster stew.
I'd get in bed with Brad Pitt.
I bet you would. Hey, who wouldn't? Who wouldn't?
I'm hetero, but it's Brad Pitt.
Your wife would understand too.
Oh
yeah,
like,
yeah.
Oh,
I get it. In fact, she'd be like, "I'm jealous,
babe. I'd cheat on you." Who with Brad Pitt? Okay, fair enough. Have you got photos?
I'm so confused right now.
Why don't you invite me next time? Selfish bastard.
It's just one of those things, babe. It just happened.
There's
no time to use the phone. There's no time. In this age of communication, there's no time to call.
Yeah, we had to take the opportunity. His 21 children were in bed. We took the moment. But anyway, let's talk about some movies. Let's talk about films, baby. Let's talk about some movies. Let's talk about Chip and Dale, not the strippers on DP. Let's talk about films. It's now time for Cush's movie review. No, that's the middle of the show quiz. Fuck. That's well, we're not editing. We don't edit on this show, so there you go. You got some bonus jingle there. It's now time for Cush's movie review. There we go. Got the right one. Bam, 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 bam.
Cush's movie review.
Preach, Kush.
Before we go further, I just want to give you a 5 out of 5 blueberries for your commitment to that bit.
Thanks.
You didn't tell me that was coming, but 5 out of 5. Good for you. That was great. I appreciated that.
You got to roll with the punches sometimes.
Yeah, man. Your salt and pepper is second to none.
Oh, you could, yeah. It's Coming back. Oh, you're just talking about my grey beard anyway.
I was not talking about your gray beard. But anyways,
Chip
and Dale,
Rescue
Rescue Rangers.
When in danger.
Okay, so I take it you're a fan of the show.
Oh
from
my
the 90s.
god, I love this show. And
Okay.
I even played the shitty video games on the NES. And
Since
the
you brought up
SNES.
the shitty video game for the NES, I was a part of an early video game tournament at the Serramonte Mall in 1991-ish, maybe 1992. It was a week after Darkwing Duck came out. I know because I had to do a school project. I used Darkwing Duck as the character. I then met the voice actor of Darkwing Duck. I got his last autographed 8x10 from said gentleman. I don't know where it is today, folks. I'm fucking in my 40s. Leave me alone. But there was then a video game tournament that was produced by Capcom / Disney, and you could play Chip and Dale's Rescue Rangers, Darkwing Duck. I guess Tailspin might have had a video game, and whatever the other video game was. I don't think it was Gummy Bears, but let's just say there was a fourth one, but I don't remember. I was lucky enough to get to play Rescue Rangers. I got second place. I was awarded a Disney Afternoon cassette soundtrack.
Oh.
I would later go on to sell it on eBay, but
That's a
that was my
terrible
second
prize.
place prize. I don't even remember what first place was, but I was like, this is dope, and I needed to go somewhere with
First
this.
place
I would
is
only
a-
play in one other video game tournament. At a
First place
Blockbuster
prize is a
Video.
firm handshake.
A
Congratulations.
firm handshake.
Fucking soundtrack.
In that case, dude, the soundtrack was way better than a fucking handshake. Like, I got to sell.
Well,
the
was it?
soundtrack
You sold
30
it.
years
Oh, well, I
later.
guess you made some money.
30 years later, for way more than what I paid for it.
Well, you paid
Even
nothing
if-
for it.
But I sold it for a lot, Mike Fish.
Congratulations. Anyway,
Thank you. I felt great about it, and it was a fun soundtrack. So, but
did it have Japan Bell?
Yes, it did.
Japan Bell, what a danger.
yes, it
I don't
had
know the
Chip
rest
and
of the
Dale's
words.
Rescue Rangers theme song. It had Gummy Bears. It had DuckTales, and it had Tailspin.
Gummy bears.
Those were the original four.
Something everywhere. The Bunker Bell. We are the gummy bears.
Mm-hmm. Had all that shit. That was the original 4 Disney afternoon shows.
Do you know what? This
But-
would be the only episode where I'll actually, if we get a YouTube copyright strike, I'll be honored because that'll be a compliment. Because my
Yeah,
singing
right.
is so good.
I'll co-sign that.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. So, but anyways, it's been 30 plus years since Chip and Dale's Rescue Rangers was any kind of a thing: video game, comic book, TV series, and now it's a movie rated PG on Disney Plus. D plus. You've been calling it DP. I don't think I like that, but D plus.
Well, not many people do like
Directed
DP.
by
It's a very
Berkeley's
acquired
own
taste.
Akiva Shiver. He directed Pop Star with Andy Samberg,
Don't stop
who's
popping.
also in this movie. So we talked about Pop Star a couple weeks ago. You weren't a fan of it. I said it's
Didn't
right
love
up
it.
there with Spinal Tap. It's a great fucking
Whoa.
movie, dude. I think you need to give it. Hey man, if you
No.
like this movie, and I have a feeling you did,
I love this movie.
you need to give Pop Star a second chance because it's the same.
Maybe,
team put
but-
together.
As good as Spinal Tap.
Yeah, man. For its subject, for its era, for its generation. Yeah, man. It's a perfect homage. to
Maybe you
Spinal
could
Tap.
argue there's
Uh,
that generation's Spinal Tap, perhaps, but to say it's as good as Spinal Tap, that
Yeah.
must be fighting words, Cushades.
You'll lose that fight again. I'm going to
well-
physically dominate you, Mike Fish. It's not an issue.
I don't know.
For me.
I've been
But
training.
What I'm
Look at these
Yeah.
things. Look at these things.
all right.
This is your
Yeah, man.
future.
You
Anyway.
definitely got some pythons there, man. 36 inches long.
Just Python's dead. Anyway. Right
Akiva
out.
Schreiber, Berkeley's
What a
own.
guy.
He directed Chip and Dale's Rescue Rangers, the movie. And I guess this thing is delightful, dude. This review is a month old. We should have did this 3 weeks ago at the latest. But it's John Mulaney plays Chip, Andy Samberg plays Dale, Kiki Lane plays Detective Ellie, And then we got a whole slew of other voice actors here, dude. Eric Bana plays Montgomery Jack.
And he does it so well.
He does it so well. And while he wasn't the original Montgomery Jack, the original Montgomery Jack is still in this movie as the original 90s Montgomery Jack and Fat Cat, which was another role he played. Jim Cummings is that voice actor's name.
But yeah, shout out to Eric Bana, because if you'd have told me that the original voice cast came back, I would have believed you. He did a very good job. Well, yeah, I remember. Yeah, but I'm saying is his depiction of the voice for Montgomery Jack was very good. Anyway, carry on.
Yeah, man. No problem, man. Like the original Gadget is here, Tress MacNeille. Now she also did a Chip on the TV show, but we gotta make room for John Mulaney, and she understands, and she actually gets a moment to do the original Chip voice, and you saw it. At one point, the voice is very high pitched. They still pulled in Tress MacNeille and Corey Burton, who not only played the original Dale, but also played Zipper before Mr. Dennis Haysbert took over the role tonight.
The casting of the Allstate man as Zipper was...
President Palmer from 24, sir.
It's almost like cliche. Get the deep voiced black guy to play the flyer. That'd be hilarious, but it works. It's so good. But also, do you know
this
what
movie is a lot of fun, dude.
Do you know what I did love though? Right at the beginning, he hooked me in. I was like, okay, I'm gonna like this movie. When they were talking about, if you think of Chippendales, you probably think of these guys, and they showed a picture of Chippendales who were like a strip group,
strippers.
And I was like, what a reference! What a reference! I'm hooked. I'm strapped in. I'm ready to go.
It's a rather adult reference for a Disney movie, and they don't. It's just a still photo, and everyone's still half dressed, at least.
Bow ties,
nothing
and
offensive is shown, but it's a very adult reference. You're just like
it is, but like you say,
they were able to go there.
They don't say who they are, and the picture is safe. So it's kind of like if you were a kid, that would just go straight over your head, and anyway, like you wouldn't. It was quick enough. And it was very well done. It was very well done. And it was a very Lonely Island
also
kind of thing.
Well done is eventually at one point, Dale, played by Andy Samberg, is actually backstage at a Chippendales event where he was a guest feature and kind of just treated like a sideshow.
But
he was a male stripper for a night. And I was just like, this movie is fucking amazing.
But again, it's one of those if you know moments. Which is very well done.
I feel like a lot of people knew. They have to
but what I'm saying, like I say, like if there was like an 11-year-old child watching this, they're not going to get that.
No, probably not. Or
so it was a very well played segment. It was very good. Ugly
as far
Sonic.
As an adult audience goes, as far as I would hope our audience is only adults. Everyone is going to enjoy this. Yes, you just brought up Ugly Sonic. Ugly Sonic.
What a cameo.
And what a fantastic cameo. And that brings up the other cameos because we get some crazy ass features in this, man. Like E.T. versus Batman.
That was
I love it.
No, I love the fact that I forgive you, Batman. And it cuts to Batman. Okay.
Okay.
It was so good.
There's a lot of blink if you miss it stuff. We brought up Beavis and Butthead earlier tonight. There's a poster in the background, re-elect Senator Butthead.
Because if you haven't seen this is it like a universe where I guess humans and sort of like Who Framed Roger Rabbit. It's like humans and cartoons live together. In this,
not only is it like Roger Rabbit, but Roger Rabbit is in this doing the Roger Rabbit, which was a dance in the 90s, and then Paula Abdul and MC Scat Cat are in it as well.
I saw that in the back, and I was like, "Oh, that's good. That's so good." This is an incredible. I think for people of our age and older who will get all these references, this is like a gold mine. This movie. This is so good fun. And the great thing about this movie is that you could easily watch this over, like you watch it first time for the storyline, and then almost like watch it 2 or 3 more times to catch all the references. It's so good.
I originally watched this just to watch it. I had no intention of referencing or doing a review for this on the Waffle Box, and I believe you were on holiday when it premiered. But I watched it again, so I've seen it more than once now, and
I've watched it twice.
I caught so many more references in it. There's a point where the Autobot boombox is in a scene where he's just like at the talent show. Do you remember early in the show we're like, hey,
yes,
Chip, Dale, and I want to say his name is Blaster. I could be wrong about that, but
he's in the background.
Decepticons had Soundwave. This was his Autobot counterpart. He's in the fucking audience, just going, "Hey!" There's so many blink and you miss it moments in this thing. You need to see this more than once. See it 2-3 times. It's on Disney Plus. It's free. I think Disney left a lot of money on the table by putting this just on Disney Plus. I don't know anybody who went out of their way to subscribe to their app for this.
I think this could, if this was released in the theaters, this could have been one of those slow burners. Like, I don't think it would have had a huge opening weekend, but I think this has been one of those movies where people will be like, "Yo, I actually checked it out. You should. This is really good." And I think it would be like one of those that builds over time.
I hear what you're saying. Yeah, man.
But
this
is a lot.
We haven't even gotten into what the plot is.
No, but one of the things. Sorry, when we're talking about like kind of references and things like that, while we're in there, because Seth Rogen is in this. He plays Viking with what's it? Is it lazy? Not lazy eye, but he's got. Anyway, it doesn't really matter. But he has fun.
He's a CGI character from the early 21st century, and we're talking like 2004, 2005, 2006. He's from the era when Robert Zemeckis did the Beowulf movie, which is still a dope movie. Angelina Jolie, also called back from earlier tonight, is in it. She plays a sexy demon who has high heels embedded into herself, and Beowulf has to fight her. And at one point, this fool just goes crazy, and he gets butt naked for all of his battles. But that's a whole other can of worms, kids.
But yeah, anyway, Seth Rogen is in this as a Viking that looks like Seth Rogen. He's very clearly is. But there is a moment where, in a chase scene, he gets knocked on his ass, and then also he's confronted by the ghost of Seth Rogen animation past. With like, is it Timon? Like, it's Timon and Pumbaa. I can't remember.
He is the warthog from the newest Lion King.
And then there's other characters,
alien from whatever DreamWorks film that was, and then there's another character that I didn't recognize whatsoever. But they're all Seth Rogen.
Like 3 Seth Rogens mocking Seth Rogen. It's a very fun, quick segment, which I did enjoy. Anyway, so should we get into the plot? I guess. Sorry, this is one of the rare occasions where I have seen the movie you're reviewing, so I'm kind of like excited. Jump in. Yes, take it away.
Well, here's what's going on, man. The plot is a lot of fun. So obviously we get the meta angle where there was a TV show in the 90s called Rescue Rangers, starring 2 chipmunks called Chip and Dale. And eventually the show gets canceled for reasons we don't need to get into that. We're trying to just rush along. And they go their separate ways. And, Chip, played by John Mulaney, he's an insurance salesman now. And Dale, played by Andy Samberg, he is trying to keep his acting career going because why not? And there's some ill shit going on right now with the world of the Toons where somebody is kidnapping these Toons, man. Like Flounder the Fish is gone. One of the 7 dwarfs gets kidnapped. Garfield might be in the mix. Like it's not just Disney cartoons, like Warner Brothers cartoons. It's all animation is open. It's amazing how much intellectual property got approved for this Disney Plus movie, Mike Fish. It really is, dude.
Money talks, I guess.
There's so many Easter eggs in this that, again, blink and you miss it. But
Although I'm sure a lot of the internet is kind of either not much money was used, or it was like fuck, it would be publicity. Like you can use Garfield for 5 seconds. I don't care.
I sat through the credits tonight, and anything that had a voice got a credit too. So like at one point, He-Man and Skeletor
That's
make
a great
cameo,
scene. That is a great
and they get
scene.
it's fun. It's fun. Everything is fun. They get a
basically it's
cameo,
the chase
and
scene.
they're apparently
Saint goes under the
private
table, and
chasing.
He-Man's like, "Oh, there's something under there," and Skeletor's like,
Yes.
"No, there's nothing under there. You turn up. We don't wear pants. You're just gonna feel every breeze." It's like a great little segment.
That's a pretty good Skeletor, Mike Fish.
Thanks.
But because of that specific dialogue, they got a credit at the very end of the credits. And apparently Universal Pictures owns the rights to He-Man now, which I thought was fantastic. Or just very interesting at the very least. Anyways, so characters are being tune-napped. And what is happening here is basically Peter Pan from Walt Disney's Peter Pan. He's an old man now and very ugly. And when he got cast aside, he still needed to make money. And so what he did is he started making bootleg features. And we've seen these bootleg movies before. They're in every red box theater or machine across the world. My Fish, I know you've seen all these bootleg cartoons, just at least by the posters, right?
Absolutely.
All right. Anyway,
I had a
he's
red
doing
box
that.
machine
So
near
instead
me.
of the Little Mermaid, it's the tiny girlfish, or something stupid like that.
Yeah.
And the eyes go left and right. No one, it's not the best animation, but he's still taking like Flounder and putting him in a bootleg movie, and et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. The Snow White might have 8 dwarfs in this one, or 6 dwarfs, depending on how many he could collect at that time. But that's it. So we have to find Monterey Jack before he gets bootlegged into maybe a Rescue Rangers reboot.
Just for the sake of, because I always say we never edit anything. So for those watching, I'm going to exit stage left while Kush handles this for the next 60 seconds while I get another beer. It's just great audio content. Take it away, Kush.
Yeah, man. So with while we're looking for Monterey Jack, and we've been told we got a time window here. We got 48 hours to find Monterey Jack. Otherwise, he's probably on his way to Hong Kong to get bootlegged. And they don't say necessarily Hong Kong, but it's heavily implied that he's going to a foreign country, and we will never see him again, and he will never be the same. So they go on the adventure, and while Chip he doesn't want to be there. He does everything he can to resist being a rescue ranger. Dale's pushing him along, but it's just a lot of dumb luck. But they have a good time where they go into it looks like an opium den, but it's just a lot of rats and mice just getting high on very stinky cheese. And again, there's a lot of adult themes in this, Mike Fish. Welcome back to the podcast.
Thanks. Yeah, I did like, I don't know if you mentioned, but they did like how they kind of made the Monterey Jack's obsession with cheese almost into like a drug addiction.
Yeah, man.
I'm dairy free, man. I'm dairy free.
Except for this really smelly gorgonzola. Yeah, dude. So this was a great movie. This was better than it should have been. There's a good team involved. I think they should have put this in the theater because, again, I don't know anybody who saw this or subscribed to Disney Plus for this, but my review of Chip and Dale: Rescue Rangers, 4 out of 5. It's a lot of fun. It's a perfect 98 minutes. I wouldn't say, definitely don't add any more, but we don't need to take away anything either.
I think it didn't overstay its welcome. It was a good length.
Mm-hmm.
But and yeah, I do feel maybe they missed out on some money, because I think I would have been just through nostalgia alone, I would have probably been tempted to go to the actual movie theaters and watch this, and I think I thoroughly enjoyed it in the big screen. But
It came out like the week after Doctor Strange 2. So like it's
which
still
hits DP in like 2 weeks, which I'm super excited. I'm going to watch it for the first time. Still haven't seen it.
Oh man. Where is your closest theater, dude?
Not that far, but I'm very lazy.
We got to get you one of those memberships that I have. and
Movie
you
Pass.
Just go.
Episode.
No, there's others. I don't know if it's an AMC or a Regal, but they both got a subscription package. And again, dude, you're gonna be okay, and you can see all the movies you want. It's, at least 3 a week.
How far back is that one? So, episode 4, where we mentioned Movie Pass.
Mm-hmm.
Shout out.
Well, we're not
to
talking
Waffle
about Movie
episode.
Pass.
I know, but still. Anyway, go back to watch
Yeah,
and listen to our old episodes. They're great. But yeah, no, very good. Thoroughly enjoyed this. What have we got next week? Because there is apparently another cartoon / video game movie that's available to watch now on a streaming service. Are you going to be watching that, or what have you got in mind? Because Sonic 2 is out now, apparently.
Oh, I still haven't seen Sonic 1, so
Oh.
I understand both are great. No, I haven't heard a bad thing about either. No desire to see them. But next week we're going to be talking about Jurassic World Dominion.
Oh, that does look good.
It looks good. The reviews are just coming out now, and they are not favorable. And I don't really have any
haters gonna
expectations for it, but that's kind of a bummer. Haters are going to hate. So hopefully we won't be haters, but TBD. But that's what we're talking about next week. Jurassic World Dominion, Jurassic Park 6, Jurassic World 3.
Wonderful stuff. All right. Let's before we wrap this show up with the same way we always wrap the show up, just to kind of give you a little idea of what you should do. Make sure if you have made it this far, thank you very much. But obviously, again, make sure you follow, subscribe, whether you're on audio platforms. If you are watching us on YouTube, hit that follow, get the thumbs up and all that good stuff. Share, tell all your friends to check us out, and make sure you follow us at WaffleboxPod on all social media networks. Super appreciate it. But now let's wrap up the show as the way we always wrap the show is this week's feel-good story of the week.
It's the coolest fucking story I've ever heard in my entire life. That's insane. Can I hear it again?
Get sexy with it. This week's feel-good story of the week comes to us from I don't know. But this is a beautiful story. So a blind girl has amazed doctors after she regained her sight and cured herself of a usually lifelong brain condition. It's X-Men shit.
Okay.
So evie-mas was registered blind at just a few months old, and when her head started to swell a few months later, her 20-year-old mom, doctors discovered she had hydrocephalus.
Hydrocephalus.
The buildup of
Hydrocephalus.
fluid in the ventricles deep within the brain at just 8
Jesus.
months old. The pressure inside her head was 32 times the normal level, and doctors warned while they could help relieve the pain and buildup, the damage to her brain was done. The continued pressure meant her sight was gone forever, and she'd likely never learn to walk and talk. Against all odds, not only did her sight return when she was a toddler, evie-mas also learned to walk and talk. More than that, her hydrocephalus disappeared last year. Usually, this is a condition which can't be cured and forever requires shunts, hollow tubes surgically placed in the brain to drain the fluid from the area. Evie-mas is now thriving as a 7-year-old. She lives without shunts, is top of her class, and can see perfectly now without glasses.
What?
What?
That's amazing.
So, shout out. I mean, I don't know.
Shout out Western medicine.
I don't know what
Number
she did.
one. Number one.
Well, no, I think
Number
this is
one.
medicine is like We didn't do anything, but we'll take credit.
Well, you drain the fluid off the brain, and anyways, it was a process, but we got this little girl seeing again. That's amazing. That never happened.
It's amazing.
It's a miracle. It's a legit.
No,
miracle.
it's not. This is Weapon X. She's a real life Deadpool. She's healing herself. She's a superhero. She's only 7 right now. Give her another like 12 years. She'll be all over the news, like killing bad guys and wearing a red suit.
Like Fish. Where are you going with this? No.
She's gonna be a superhero.
No, well, she can be a hero and not kill anybody.
No,
she's a hero now.
All the cool superheroes kill people.
No,
just check out Deadpool, the coolest superhero in the world ever.
No muse, Gusto.
But yes, what a great! I did see that story. I was like, Mike, that's what a heartwarming story, because it's all jokes aside, it's never nice when anyone gets terminally ill, but when it's a child, it is worse for some reason. You know what I mean? Because they didn't even get a chance to live their life. But so the fact that looks like she is going to be able to live a full life as a superhero, it's very heartwarming. So I look forward to. I'm on your side, Eva. I can be your sidekick. I don't know. Maybe. We'll see. Anything you want to add to that? As you look awkward?
No. Shaking head, no.
Anyway, right, yes. So, yes, thanks very much for watching and listening. As always, this is the first time. Thanks for making it this far into the show. L for love.
L for love.
But until next time, take care of yourselves and each other.
That's all, folks.